Hi, this is Melody, and welcome to your Obey Express Pelvic Floor workout. I'm going to take you through a fun and quick 10-minute sequence. It's super important, though, that before we begin, you consulted with your doctor and you're cleared to work out. As always, just listen to your body and modify as needed, all right? Let's get started. All you need to begin is a mat. I am going to give you the option to use a resistance band later on, so let's have that just right next to us, okay? Now, pelvic floor, what is it, right? We find this at the very bottom of our pelvis. Throughout our pregnancy, it got a little bit stretched out, so now is the time to find a little strength. The first thing I want you to do, just lie down. Bend your knees so your feet are right underneath your knees. From here, we're going to focus on our breath. Inhale through the nose. As you exhale, press your lower back into the floor. Kind of curl your pubic bone towards your bottom ribs. Do that again. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. As you exhale, press the back down. Curl your pubic bone towards your ribs. Now I want you to try something. Place your hand on your belly and then give me 3 little hops, like a little laugh. We go ha, ha, ha. Every time you do that, you should feel your abdominals drawing in tighter and your back pressing into the floor. Let's do that again. Ha, ha, ha. So you're activating what's called your transverse abdominis. Do that again for me one more time. Ha, ha, ha. Those are the muscles that wrapped in your baby during your 9 months of pregnancy. Those are the muscles we're going to strengthen right now. Now, this is going to feel kind of strange, but just bear with me. We're going to go through some Kegels together, okay? In these Kegels, all I want you to think about is like you're trying to stop a flow of urine like halfway through, okay? So with that same breath, inhale, exhale, try to tighten up through your pelvic floor, stop that flow of urine. Now check, when you did that, were you squeezing your butt? Were you tensing up your thighs? We don't want that. This has got to come all the way from your pelvic floor only. So do that again. Inhale, exhale, try to stop that flow of urine. Make sure you're not tensing your thighs. Did you do it? Let's do that one more time. Inhale, exhale, squeeze down low, stop that flow of urine. Everything else is relaxed. Good. Now we're going to build on that, okay? Inhale. As you exhale, I want you to bridge your hips up. We're going to hold them there. Good. Now release, lower down. Do that again. Inhale, exhale, tighten up through that pelvic floor. Still squeezing like you're stopping that flow of urine. Good. And take it down. We're going to do that again. Inhale. Yes. Exhale up at the top. Good. Control lower down. That is your pelvic floor working, okay? Now with that same breath, exhale, press your lower back into the floor. Place your hands by your sides. I want you to try to crunch your right hip up to your ribs. You might not even see me doing it right now, but I'm shortening that space. Now release. We're going to do that on the other side. Exhale. As you Kegel, squeeze your left hip up to your rib. Do that again. It's so subtle. Now you're firing up through your obliques with every exhale, okay? We're still pressing our lower back into the floor, and we're still tightening up down low, right? Making sure we're not really gripping from our legs. Give me one more. These are called pelvic slings. So think of slinging your hip to one side and release. Good. We're going to do one more. Exhale, sling, and come back center. Good news about this workout, you're lying down a lot, right? From this position, all I want you to do with that same breath, inhale. As you exhale, press the back down. Extend your right leg out in front of you. Bring it back in. Inhale. Exhale, extend the leg out. Every time you're doing these leg extensions, we're focusing on those Kegels, right? You're going to get used to it after a while. I'm sure right now it feels very strange. But just think about this. When you were pregnant, or before you were pregnant, your pelvic floor was like a trampoline. Yeah, it was super tight, super bouncy. After baby, this is kind of graphic, it's like a hammock, okay? It's not quite as tight and springy. So these Kegels, these extensions are gonna help you rebuild that tension and find that muscle tone, cool? It's a muscle. You got one more each side. Exhale, press your back down. Good. Let's do one more on the other side. Find that pressure of your lower back into the floor. And take it back in. Good. Now this next move, I want you to skip if you've had any abdominal separation, but if you're good to go, we're gonna take a hand crunch. Place one hand on your belly, place one hand behind your head. Inhale, exhale, give me that same Kegel, tighten up through your pelvic floor, lift up just slightly, shoulder blades off the ground, and relax back down. Let's do that again. Again, subtle, right? Inhale, exhale, tense up through your pelvic floor. So I don't want you to think as much it's my core doing it, it's not my abs doing the work. It's down low in my pelvic region. As I tense up, it automatically lifts my body off the floor. That's what we're working on. That hand on the belly is just there to remind you to keep pressing your back down into the ground. And the hand behind your head is just to give your neck some support. We're gonna do 4 more. This looks really good, you guys. Good. 3 more. Breathe, exhale up. Good. 2 more. Exhale, tighten up through that low pelvic area. Last one. Exhale, take it up. And down, really nice. Your next move, we're keeping that same sensation, but we're gonna apply it to a plank, yeah? Flipping over onto your forearms. I'll show you the kneeling version first. No, as you advance, you can take this from your feet. So we're gonna come into a plank position. I actually do want you to lift your hips up slightly, and then on your exhale, tuck your pelvis under. Give me that kegel, right? Give me that squeeze. Inhale, release. Exhale, shift your weight forward, tuck your tailbone under. You should feel your ribs wrapping, right? And you should feel that squeeze again, like you have to go to the bathroom and you're trying to hold it really bad. You're trying to kind of tighten it in. Good, lift it up. Exhale, shift it forward, tuck under and squeeze. That's it. Good. You might feel a little glute engagement here. That's okay, but we just want to make sure this stays in that pelvic floor as well. I'm going to give you 3 more. This is the version from your feet. Once you're ready, your hips will lift. You'll shift forward, tense up, close your ribs, tighten up through your pelvic floor. 2 more. Hips up. Shift it forward, tighten. Good. We're going to do 1 more. Hips up. Good. Shift it forward, tighten, and drop it down. Okay. For this final move, I am going to ask you to use a band if you have one. It's just going to help you fire up through your glutes a little more. And again, that's going to help you control your pelvic floor and your center. We're going to go back down to our bridge position. Feet are directly under your knees. We're going to inhale. As you exhale up, you kegel. Now from this position, press your legs out an inch, in an inch, and roll back down. So very similar to the beginning of this workout, we took our breath to help us articulate every vertebra. But now, as we hold at the top, you're tensing up to your pelvic floor and you're just adding that outer glute engagement. It should feel a little fiery. That's what we want, yeah? Exhale up, little out, little in, take it down. Good. The great news about Kegels and working your pelvic floor, like any other muscle, the more you practice it, the stronger it'll become, yes? So, new mamas, make this a part of your routine, yeah? It only takes 10 minutes. Push play, get going. You'll be so glad you did, I promise. Last one, hold it up, tense up through that pelvic floor, squeeze everything nice and tight. We're gonna press the knees out, resist in, out, resist in. Yes, so now we've got the glute engagement, we've got the belly engagement, we have the pelvic floor engagement. You've got 5 more. Try to keep those hips lifted. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Carefully lower it down. We're gonna bring those knees out wide. If you've got the band, keep that tension. Palms down into the floor. I want you to lower your heels down. Try to keep your back pressing into the ground. Exhale, lift the knees up. Good. Inhale, down. Exhale, up. Yes. So we're still finding that pelvic tuck. Some people feel more comfortable in this move with their hands underneath their neck as a cradle, or with their hands underneath their hips for lower back support. That is totally fine, okay? You pick your poison. You do what works for you. Exhale, scoop in. Is that pelvic floor still there? Yes, it's still there. Is it still hammock-like? Maybe. We're working on it. You got 2 more. Exhale up. Good. Last one. Exhale up. Here's the deal. For your final hold, we're going to keep those knees at tabletop. If it's available, you're lifting your shoulders off the floor. If it's available, you're extending the legs out and holding. If it's available, arms are overhead. This is your most advanced option. If you're not there today, stay here. As we hold, I want you to inhale. Exhale, tighten up through the pelvic floor. Inhale. Exhale, tighten up through the pelvic floor. Head up is too dramatic. Drop it down, right? Continue that breath. Try to keep that tension on the band. Stay with me, you guys. We're going to do 3 more deep breaths. 3. Good. 2. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Yes, hug those knees into your chest. Take a moment. Take a gentle rock side to side. Release that lower back and spine. You guys, you did it. You're going to feel so strong. Try to incorporate this into your routine a few times a week as you recover. You are right on track. I'll see you in class again very soon.